Do or did hominids like this actually exist? Let's get into it. What would be the real reason for the Native Americans and early Christians and the Chinese, the Japanese, all of Asia? Why would all these different people from different cultures have the same stories of giants and large apes and whatnot? You know, why would they have these cultural stories and phenomena if they weren't actually based off of something that had actually happened? You know, like the story of David and Goliath. It isn't that hard to believe, in my opinion, you know? I mean, the creatures may not have looked like this in specific, but I wouldn't doubt they'd look something like this, you know? That's not even far-fetched. Look at that. That's something that could evolve from a human or one of our ancestors. Look at it, you know? You know? Most of you hear the word ogre, and you probably think of Shrek or something, right? Does this look like Shrek to you? That's a rhetorical question. I love King Kong because he's a megaprimitus Kong. He's basically a Gigantopithecus, right? Just 10 feet larger, literally. Gigantopithecus was about anywhere between 8 and 10 feet tall, right? Could probably even reach maybe like 13 feet, right? Kong was about 20 to 25 feet in Peter Jackson's 2005 King Kong movie. So, only about 10 or so feet larger than the actual real-life giant ape that has been proven to exist, you know? Alright, do I believe in Bigfoot? As in Sasquatch? Yes I do, for personal reasons. And, because of personal experiences. If you really want me to get into that, I can. It's not hard. I mean, you know, I got a lot of details and shit. Did it look like this? Not exactly. Somewhat, you know, but not exactly like this. What is this? This is a skunk ape. What is a skunk ape? It's from the southern parts of the United States. Basically looks like an orangutan, right? Like an orangutan. It looks like one of the orangutan, right? Keep looking. Here's Kong. Kong. Look at the skunk ape. Now let me show you Gigantopithecus, the real one. This is what Gigantopithecus blackie would have looked like. And about the size it would have been, right? Tell me that doesn't remind you of Kong. Tell me. I mean, the hands come down lower than the knees, like most large apes, just like Kong. It's got the fur, the hair just like Kong. Just about everything just like Kong. Humans have had a hard time actually figuring out what our damn family tree is. Right now we have a pretty good idea, but throughout history we have had just about no fucking idea. You know, Darwin himself, who came up with the original theory of adaptation and evolution as far as, you know, Europeans go and all that, like, he literally saw an orangutan in the zoo and he was like, yeah, okay, yeah, this creature has some humanoid instincts. This creature has some hominid instincts, and this thing is clearly somewhat related to humans in the family tree, even though orangutan aren't exactly super close to us in our DNA. You know, chimpanzees are closer, you know, but still, I get what he's saying, you know what I mean? But still, like, Gigantopithecus probably did not look like this, you know, and we've got a lot of things wrong even today, you know? Probably looked more like this. Did it stand like a quadruped? Yes, most likely. Could it stand upright? Yes, most likely. You know, that's a lot of weight to carry on its knees, though. You know, that's a very heavy creature, so probably didn't walk upright for long periods of time. You know, humans evolved to have the upright stance. You know, Homo erectus evolved to have the upright stance. You know, just like Homo habilis or habilis, however you want to say that, evolved to use stone tools, you know. Gigantopithecus used tools, maybe not the way early humans did, but he still used tools, you know. Still an intelligent, powerful hominid, you know. They lived only they started about a few million years ago, died off only a few thousand years ago. This is why I do believe the Sasquatch could be a descendant of the Gigantopithecus. People say, oh, that's a silly idea. That's a silly idea. Bro, let me just say something. When you have seen something like this, like, look at this. When you have seen something like this, like I have, right hand to God, you know, like I have, you will believe in shit like this, you know? Seeing is believing. Feeling is believing. You know, I've seen shit like this. I'm not joking with you. I have seen with my own eyes shit just like this. That's pretty much exactly what he looked like. I mean, I could get into more detail if you wanted, but that's almost exactly what the damn thing looked like, and it swung its arms as it walked. It had a certain kind of posture. There was a younger one, too, that looked slightly different, just laying down in the fucking leaves in, like, a soldier's position, trying not to be seen, right? Like, I know that sounds weird, but he was laying in the damn dry leaves, trying to blend in, you know, camouflage or whatever, because his fur was basically the same color as the dead leaves and shit, or his hair, whatever. And he just, like, made eye contact with me through my binoculars, and then, you know, I, like, double took, you know, I looked twice, and I moved the binoculars from my eyes, and then looked again, and he was gone. And the big one that looked like this, he just walked from tree to tree, like he just hid behind a damn tree, and then I looked and kept trying to fucking see him again for how long, but this motherfucker just disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Real shit. They don't like humans because their damn ancestors, the Gigantopithecus, right here, was hunted and killed off by humans, you know? A Gigantopithecus can tear a human limb from limb, but humans don't fight fair. Humans are the dominant species, not because we're the physically strongest, because we're the most intelligent on Earth, besides the reptoids and Dracos and whatnot. We're the most intelligent and most powerful when it comes to willpower and intelligence to actually use our surroundings to build weapons and adapt and evolve, you know? And we use this ability against the Gigantopithecus. It's quite sad, actually. It all comes back to the malevolence of humanity. Not all humans are evil, but a lot of you are. This is an animatronic right here. It's a robot. Based off of the Gigantopithecus. There's been a war on this planet for many years between hominids and reptiles. I don't choose a side. I do not. I refuse. I'm indecisive. I love animals in general. That includes reptilians. That includes humans. That includes all of the animal kingdom, you know? As a whole. That's a Vistatosaurus rex. It's a evolutionary descendant of the Tyrannosaurus rex. Tyrannosaurus rex, whatever. Fucking love this movie, dog. I love this film so much. Look at him. Reminds me of a Nephilim. You want to see what a Nephilim looks like? Nephilim are typically more sinister in nature, but they're still large hominids, you know? They're still large humanoids. Just like ogres. Just like trolls. Whether you want to believe in them or not, doesn't really matter. I mean, our evolution is confusing. I understand adaptation and evolution on a deeper level than myself, seriously, you know? I mean, I think of evolution a certain way. I don't think of it as survival of the fittest. I think of it as survival of the realist. Who's more real? You see this creature in front of you, you run, you shoot it, you do whatever. You know what I would do? I try to speak to it, you know? This being here, I would speak to him. If he tried to attack me, then we would have a problem, you know? But without that, there is no problem, you know? Fucking Sasquatch live all over the place, mostly in North America, whatever you want to call them. Fucking skunk apes, wood boogers, whatever you want to call them. But Nephilim, they've been basically extinct for a while. There's a few of them, I believe, still in hibernation or whatever you want to call it. But whatever, dude, you know? Maybe they'll awaken one day, retake the earth, who knows? I mean, after all, the biblical flood, its purpose was not to kill the sinners, but to kill the Nephilim and the sinners, you know? And I love King Kong because he's basically like a large hominid or Nephilim or Gigantopithecus, right? But he's humanoid. He has emotions, empathy, like a lot of apes and primates do, you know? So I resonate with Kong a lot, very much so, you know? Here's an image of the 2005 King Kong side by side with the juvenile Kong from Kong Skull Island. You know, he's still dwarfing him, even though that was technically like a preteen Kong there. He wasn't even at his full potential yet, you know? You see shit like this, you'll know what I'm talking about, you know? I'm sure some of you have. If you want to reach out, I'd appreciate it, you know? Reptilians have advanced technology, the reptoids, from what I know, you know? And down in Agartha, they can literally make shit like this, you know? They can. They have, you know? But I fear not, you know? I really do not fear. Creatures like this most likely did exist, you know? Why would I fear a 10-foot lizard when shit like this actually exists, you know? I mean, I respect the draconians a lot. I respect the reptoids to an extent, you know, but I don't fear them. I fear myself. I fear savagery in myself, you know? I'm a human. Is that a compliment or an insult? Is that a compliment or a fucking insult? If you call me just a human, that's offensive to me. I'm a human. I'm not just a human. I'm not just anything. You know? I'm just an ape that stands his ground. A barbaric one. Maybe a little bit barbarous. It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty. Killed the beast. This movie's a masterpiece. All of the Kong movies are masterpieces. Besides maybe King Kong Escapes. Or whatever that shit was called. It was alright. Just wasn't very deep. Rest easy. Megaprimitus Kong, now known as Titanus Kong, doesn't like serpents. I can see why. This movie had phenomenal animatronics and special effects. For 76, this is fucking phenomenal. I like actual snakes, you know? Reptiles. I don't like the metaphorical serpent. I don't eat the apple. I devour souls. The souls of the darkness. You know? But it's whatever. I do fucking love Kong, dude. The savagery.